loves, welcome back to my channel. So jumping straight into this video today because the intro that I filmed was not in focus at all. You can still see it, but this wig is from OMG Her Hair, y'all, and this is a half wig. But what's different about this half wig is that it has lace in it. So I've been wanting a straight half wig for a really long time, but I was scared of like the flip over method because my hair is on the thinner side. I just wasn't exactly sure how it will work with a straight half wig, but because this one has a middle part, I can get away with it. It's basically like wearing your wig behind your hairline, but it's a half wig. So it has a little tiny portion of lace for you to do your parting area, and then all the clips are removable. So I'm just starting off by sectioning out a little bit of my hair because this is the edges that I'm going to leave out, and then I'm going to do two different methods today. So I'm going to show you guys how to do this a glueless method with a wig rip, and then how to sew it down if you want it to last longer. People are like, you leave those in your head? Yes I do. Oh, so I want to put my perfect line in the parting area, and y'all know it's empty, so I'm scooping.
Confidence when I got the roll like hips and take a sip on it, take a trip on it.
So I never usually go all the way to the edge, but because this is already behind my hairline, I feel like I can. I actually tried it 3 different ways, because this way I tried it by using the hooks and hooking it into just 2 little regular individual braids that I put on the sides of my head, and I tried it that way, and this way works as well. But if you're afraid of tension, then I wouldn't do this. I'm trying to make sure it's like completely flat, so I put one side in and then pull and then put it in the braid. So it's not the smallest, it could be a little smaller. I actually might tighten it, not just with the string, like I might tighten the whole wig. So I did actually end up making the wig a little bit smaller and more fitted to my head. I actually have another video where I do this, or I can make a new one for you guys and show you how to do it. But I just tighten going the horizontal way and the vertical way just to make it a little more snug, and it works every time. The back still looks fine when you do this. You don't have to worry about it looking weird because it still lays perfectly flat, like you didn't have it sewn or anything like that. So I actually changed my mind and I want to see what the wig grip does. So I'm going to ignore the little braids for now, and we're going to see if I can get the wig to stay in place with this. So this one is the one that has the lace on it. So it's gonna be super flat right there.
When I got you can go slow, wind it up all night. Baby, take your time. Let me know I want. When you tell me I want. When the neighbors yell turn down, we keep it going.
I didn't realize how tiny my part is. So I'm gonna have to thin that out a little bit. I want to take a little concealer for my part. And now I'm gonna go in with a little bit of black. I dropped it, it shattered so much of it. Just making this part a little thinner to match my natural part. And then sometimes I fill in my hair a little bit just because my hair is on the thinner side. It's not as dense. Because it still looked a little elevated, and I wanted to add more security to it so it wouldn't slide back, because trust me, I know about wigs sliding back in the day. I went ahead and used the Frontal Queen melting spray, and I put it right where the lace in my part is, and I'm just going to take the tip of that brush and hold it down with the blow dryer. If you do this, just want to make a disclaimer that I used to wear my wigs like this, and I gave myself one of the biggest bald spots I've ever had doing this because I didn't remove it properly. I just assumed, oh, I just used a tiny bit of spray, it's not going to rip my hair out, and so I didn't wet it, and I just pulled the wig off, and I gave myself a bald spot. So if you do this and you use some type of adhesive, please wet it to get it off. But I'm just adding a little bit of oil to my hands now and rubbing it off because I put too much of the holding spray, so it got a little crusty. So I'm using the oil to rub that off, and then just going back over the places that look a little crusty or a little too wide with the black eyeshadow. That looks good. shout out to that wig grip, y'all, because that feels really good. Like, it's not hurting. It doesn't feel like it's pulling or anything. Okay, that's all done. This is what it looks like. I think the parting area looks so good. I think this is the most I've ever got it. Like, the most natural I've ever got it. Even when I used to do this, like, look at that. Am I tripping, or can you not see it? Maybe I'm tripping because I'm not close to the camera like that, but I feel like you can't see it. You can't see it. That looks good. So I do wish it was a little bit fuller. Just a tiny bit. Like, I'm not a thick hair girl, but this one feels kind of thin, and if I'm saying that, then it's kind of thin. But other than that, this looks good. I got it more flat so it's not droopy. Do y'all see that? This is a half wig. Before I show you guys how I sewed it down, I want to make a little disclaimer with this method. If you do wear it like this, you want to be careful, even though it has adhesive on it and the wig grip, because I was sitting down and I didn't realize the hair was caught between my back, and I yanked forward and it separated that adhesive. So you want to be mindful of that. It's early. It's the next day and I want to try to sew it down. So I did these little braids right here, and I want to try to sew it down and see if that can alleviate needing the clips or a wig grip. I get my morning voice. I still got my pajamas on, and I wanna see. So I still have the perfect line in the part. Like this. So this method I actually like a lot, and it was quite easy. I kind of was mad, like, dang, why I just didn't do this from the beginning. But I have my two little braids going on the side, and then I'm just going to sew it down in 3 places on each side. If I knew I was going to do this, I would have actually did like a complete braid down, and I would sew it down in multiple places to make sure it's super secure and it doesn't slide and doesn't move. But because I only had those 2 braids in the front, that's what I'm working with. So the first one that I sewed was right where the lace and the wig, the actual like wig construction part meet. I sewed that down, and I'm going to work on one side first. So I did just a couple, maybe like 3 ins and outs right there, and then knotted it, and then I went ahead and sewed right above my ear. And the last stitch that I did was actually in the lace, like kind of right, like maybe an inch away from my middle part area. I went ahead and did like 3 stitches right there, and then knotted it in place. And when you get ready to sew on the other side, you want to make sure that you're pulling the wig flat to make sure it is completely fleshed down against what's going to be your parting area. And then it died when I was sewing down right there. So I sewed at the top in that one spot I did on the other side, by the ear, and then in the lace again on this side.
Can't you? Yeah, you make me feel like we could do. Oh, you make me feel like we could do it all over again, all over again. Can't you? Yeah, you make me feel like we could do. Oh, you make me feel like we could do it all over again, all over again. Jam, 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 jam. Jam, 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 jam. Jam, 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 jam. Sounding like you.
Do y'all see that? I have everything down below for you guys, including coupon codes and everything that I use. Comment down below and tell me how you would style it. Would you do it with the 2 braids? Would you do it with the wig grip? Or would you sew it down? I love you guys, and I will see you in my next one.